Right, guys, so here's a trick called This and That. Someone recommended it and wanted me to do a tutorial because all the other ones are a little too fast-paced and confusing for him, so this is for you, man. So, look, we have this card. I don't know if you guys can see that. I didn't write it very big, and my handwriting sucks. And another this card. And we have that card. Okay? So don't pay attention to them being jokers. Pay attention to what they say. So look, based on what you know already, if I move the top card to the bottom, what's on the bottom? That card? No, this card's on the bottom. Pay attention. But look, what's crazy is that this card is also on the top. And if we go and spread through, you could see this card's in the middle. Whereas that? No, that card's on the bottom. Gotta pay attention. But look, that card is also on the top, see? And if we go through the middle, you can see that card is right there as well. No, this card's on the bottom. Come on, pay attention here. But look, this card is also in the middle and on the top. And sometimes in life, you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Everybody's a sucker. Alright, so here's how we do it. You have 3 cards, and this is going to be your setup. Okay? You're going to have the sucker card, the one that they never see till the end, on the top. Then this card, then that card. You're going to turn them over. So you have 3 cards. Okay? And you're going to do a double lift first. Excuse the background noise. My little brother's playing video games, in case you were wondering. But anyways, so you're going to start off with a double lift. Okay? So you're going to turn over 2 cards, make it look like one. And you're going to say, so we have this card. You're going to turn that double lift over. You're going to drop the top card, which is the sucker card. But they don't know that. You turn the next one over, just naturally, this card. They think it's 2 this cards, but you have 1. Drop that, and then you have that card. And you make sure to drop them on top of each other, just like so. Then you pick them up, and you can say, so we have 3 cards. And the reason I spread them out is because as I'm putting them back, I get another double lift. Okay? Or I get a break under 2 cards, because I'm not really going to do a double lift right now. Double lift is like this. But what you're going to do is you're going to get that break under the 2 cards, and you're going to take them and put them under on the bottom. But you're going to make it look like 1 card. So you just took 2 cards. Here, I'll do it again. So you spread the 3 cards through, and then you get the break, and then you pinch them tightly so that they don't spread out, and you bring them to the bottom and make it look like 1 card. And you say, so based on what you know, or you don't even have to say that, you could just say, I moved 1 card, so if I move the top card to the bottom, what's on the bottom? And they'll think that card's on the bottom. That's only right, yeah? But no, since you picked up 2 cards, this card's on the bottom. And you're just going to say, no, this card's on the bottom. Pay attention. And they might be a little thrown off at first, but they might just be like, okay, I need to focus now. Then, this is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to push the top card to the back, and then you're going to push these 2 cards forward until the top card is aligned with the bottom card. Like that, see? And the way you're going to feel it is you're going to push this back, and then you're going to have your thumb right here, so that when you push with these 2 fingers, you're going to push these forward, and your thumb is eventually going to stop because it's going to feel that 2 cards, and that's when you know they're aligned. And this is the way I like to do it. Some tutorials, they spread all 3 cards out, and then they just push like that, but I think it's much faster to just go like that. And then you're going to pinch here, and you're going to pull these 2 cards, while with these fingers you're going to hold this card, and you're going to pinch the bottom and the top card and pull them and make it look like 1, and you're going to say, but this card is also on the top. Then you're going to turn it over, the 2 cards, spread through, and pull the middle card out and say, but this card is also in the middle, and that's going to completely throw them off. You put this right back in the middle, then they'll say, oh, but where's that card? And then you square them up and say, that card's on the bottom. You got to pay attention, right? Then you do the same thing. You push this back, get your thumb, push forward until you feel them click together, or stick till, I don't know, you just feel them, aligned. That's the word I was looking for. Then you do the same thing. You pull, and you say, that card's also on the top, though. You turn the 2 cards over, spread through, pull out the middle one, and say, but that card's in the middle as well. And at this point, they don't know what's going on anymore. And then you just square them up, and they ask, where's this card? And then you say, this card's on the bottom. Gotta pay attention, make them feel dumb. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your hand and peel the top card off and say, but this card's also in the middle, and then again pull the top card off and say, but this card's on the top as well. Now, I know this doesn't look like it makes sense, but if you do it fast, they won't really know what's happening. So you say, and make sure to get a little crimp here. And so you say, this card's on the bottom, and you're going to be doing motions. That's why they won't tell. All you're doing is you're peeling the top card off, and you're saying this card's in the middle, and then again, you peel the top card off and say this card's on the top as well, when all you did, was that. And then, hold on, I don't have the card set up correctly because I did it twice in a row. So yeah, then you have it, and if you did it twice with me, then we're going to have to, here, we'll go back to right here, and we'll do it again. So you say, we have this card's on the bottom, peel the card off, this card's in the middle, and this card's on the top. Okay? Follow along with me here. If you did it more than once, then you're going to have to completely restart. But if you only did it once and then you just watch me do it again, you should be set up like this, and you're good. Then all you have to do is peel out the top card, say, sometimes in life you get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that, but everybody's a sucker. And that's it. And if you don't have a table, you can just turn this over like this. Be like, sometimes in life you get a little bit of this, then use this one and turn this one over. You'll get a little bit of that. And then with these two, but everybody's a sucker. And then you can just hand them the 3 cards or spread them out, whatever you want. So I did my best to go a little in depth into it, so hopefully it wasn't confusing or too fast. If it's still confusing and you can't figure it out, I'm sorry. You know what, and just to be completely sure that you get the hang of this, I'll go over it one more time really fast. So I have them set up like this. Sucker this, that. Okay? You start with a break under the top 2 cards, and then you turn the 2 cards over and say, we have this card, drop this, the sucker card, and you say, we have this card, another one, and another this card, and then you say, we have that card. And you make sure to stack them on top of each other, pick them up, spread through, say, so we have 3 cards, get another break, and then you say, if I move the top card to the bottom, what's on the bottom? They'll say that card, you say, no, this card, pay attention. Pull the top card back, keep your thumb right here, and then put these 2 fingers here and push forward until you feel the top and bottom card click. Then you pull them together and say, but this card is also on the top. Turn the double lift over, pull the middle card through and say, but this card's in the middle as well. Have them super confused. They'll say, where's that card? You say, that card's on the bottom. Come on, pay attention. And you do the same routine, pull this back, keep your thumb here, push forward, then you pull these 2 cards and say, but that card is also on the top, and what's crazy is that it's in the middle as well. Okay, at this point they're completely thrown off, then you say, this card's on the bottom, and then you do that weird pull, and you say, this card's in the middle as well, and it's on the top, and you should make sure you keep moving your hands when you do it so they don't catch that you're just peeling off the top card. And then you say, sometimes in life you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, everybody's a sucker. There you have it. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment if you have any suggestions of a trick you'd like me to learn and then teach in my own way, because I know that my videos are kind of long. I just like to go in depth because sometimes when I try to learn tricks, the teacher's fast-paced, and usually I'm a fast learner, but sometimes they don't go over it well enough, and then I'm confused and I have to give up on that trick or try to find a better tutorial. So I just try to take my time with my tricks. I know they're long and they might be repetitive for you fast learners, but at least everybody's learning it, and then you can go out and perform it, well. You can perform it cleanly. So, yeah, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.